Good afternoon, students. Please acknowledge my voice.
Good afternoon, ma'am. It is
Good
audible.
afternoon.
Okay. Thank you so much, students. So, very good afternoon to this expert session on industry trends in database management. To deliver this session, today we have our guest, Mrs. Sheetal Nade, ma'am. She is Assistant Manager in Vodafone Shared Services, VOIS, Pune. Her experience is mainly in the healthcare telecom domain, and she have more than 3 to 4 years of experience in ETL developer in IT industry. She has proven her expertise in automation, build and release engineering and software development, including cloud computing platforms like Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud GCP. Uh, She has mainly providing key role in improvement and analysis using process modeling and simulation technique to understand the impact of process design changes. So, on behalf of ENTC department, I welcome you, ma'am, for this industry trends in database management system. Over to you, ma'am.
Hello, good evening all. Good afternoon all. How are you? I hope you are all doing good in this COVID situation. Uh, Hello,
Ma'am?
am I audible to you?
No, ma'am.
Oh,
Voice is very low, ma'am.
uh, okay. Just give me 1 minute. Hello,
Yes, ma'am.
am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Should I stop my screen, ma'am?
Just give me 1 minute. I'm
Yeah,
just
sure, ma'am.
mm, I'm just presenting.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just stop sharing my screen. Yes, ma'am. You
Okay.
can now share. Yeah.
Okay. Let me know as it is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible. Can you please place that in full screen mode?
Yes.
Slideshow.
Just give me 1 minute. I'm just checking the slide. Is it correct or
Yeah,
okay,
ma'am.
fine. Firstly, good afternoon. My name is Sheetal Nade. I worked
I'm working in this IT more than 5+ years. In data warehousing, I'm working for nearly 4+ years. We will start now with these are the today's outlines, like database applications, database system applications, data. Uh, as we all know, today's life, data is very important. The analysis, the processes, and all the things are depend on data. There is nothing like only database administrator is working on. Database administrator is only working on database. No, there is not nothing like that. There is like um, DBA as well as testers are there, developers are there. As, along with them, data analyst, all the people who are working on data, not only on the database, they have to know about the database. Means whatever you are choosing the field, if you are working in the IT, you need to know some basic things like whatever you are learning any development software. But yes, for the backend, you must need to know any of the database like SQL, MS SQL, Oracle. Along with that, there are Sybase. IBM has their own databases. There are number of databases, but yes, you can learn one. Means you can start learning with the one. If you are working on one application, one software, then it will be easy to understand the different one. Means there are slight differences, or because of the differences, they are created. Like there is already one application, then we need something improvement, or instead of improvement, something required requirement of one small scale and large scale data volumes devices are there. So as per the requirement, we use them. Sometimes we use small devices, sometimes we use hard disk, sometimes we use cloud, our email data, and various our applications are also on the cloud only. So this is the actually right now we are using database. Actually, database is a main platform, plain platform. Actually, um, SQL is like black and white screen. When I start learning in my colleges, that time I the first impression for me, the database is like black and white screen, nothing else. After that, the realization like how much it is impacted on our day-to-day life. And yes, it is required in all the fields. If it is instrumentation, electronics, electrical, or anywhere you want to go, this is required. When you go for the uh, as you are the ENTC students, for the ENTC students, there are like the opportunities are huge. And actually, I think the database subject is there for your further. I think competitive exams also this subject is included, like GATE and all. Am I correct?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Yeah, we'll go with actually database is like um, the storage of the data. The storage of the data is encounters the problem there, but to solve this problem, there are so many applications we are introduced nowadays in the market. There is a history. We will see the history later, but basically there are like banking, airline, telecom, education. There are so many sectors. Like if you go with the government sectors, private sectors, anywhere database is required. Yes, there are forms, there are different SQLs, relational databases, or NoSQL. The form might be the different. There might be sometimes we use the file system. Well, sometimes we use the database system. So these are the changes as per the requirement we use. Like in the banking, the security is the main concern. In telecom, there is also some credentials like the credentials as well as the data security issue is there. For the education, yes, for the education, from university students, staff, accounts, and all the related with means we need to store them, we need to analyze them, we need to implement all the things by using data only. To manage the data for the further analysis is today's need actually. um, for this I can say, like, I'm working in telecom right now. Before that I was in um, healthcare. um, in shipping industry also I worked. Like there are number of forms are there to use the data, but yes, the mm, as per the analyst, as per the looking towards the data, every area has the different view. Like if you are working as a software developer, you need to enter, means you need to manipulate data using your software or whatever you are using as a commands. You need to insert, update, delete, select to work on that. When you are as a developer, you need to write the code, you need to implement. When you are going with the next stage, like there are ETL also, ETL like extract, transform, and load. This is the like Informatica, then SSIS. These are the next stage for after the development. There are like so many softwares which are used to extract the data from various forms. Like if the input is like a flat file, XML, Excel, CSV, um, Oracle, or anything, whatever the input we have, SQL, tables, the input we have, we extract the data from that. We manipulate that by using various uh, operations, and we load them in data lake, or we can say in data warehouse we load that. In data warehouse we are like multiple servers, multiple databases, multiple requirements need to fulfill. That's why data warehouse is introduced. But um, for knowing the data warehouse, we need to know about the database startingly. What is data? What is database? What is next? What are the requirement to fulfill? Okay, there are applications of database technology like storage. As I already told you, like there are as per the requirement we
Just a minute, Sheetal ma'am. Wait, ma'am. I think all participants have been muted. So wait for 5 minutes. Wait for 5 minutes. Ma'am is joining back.
Hello? Hello? Am I audible now?
No, ma'am. Wait for 2-3 minutes more.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Now you are audible.
Okay. I'm presenting.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, can you, any one of you can help me for uh,
Yes,
at
ma'am.
which point I was audible to you? Means which was the point so that I can continue?
You are giving the examples for different domains where the database.
Okay, yes. In banking sector, the security is required. As long as airlines concerned, the same thing, as well as there are fastest requirement, like the reflection should be the fast. As input is given, the output should be reflected
Uh,
fast. Like
Excuse me, ma'am.
yes.
Sorry to disturb you. Can you please turn your full screen mode?
Oh, sorry. Yep. Yes. In education sector or in universities, the students which are the record, to maintain the record, to maintain all the data, to analyze the data, to get to retrieve the data which is the old one as per the requirement, to analyze the things which are, to predict the things in upcoming days, what will be the scenario. All the things are analyzed in the sports also. uh, like we are there are so many students are interested in sports. They analyze, they see in matches also, the prediction, the reports which are generated, um, the graphs. These all are depend on the data only. They analyze it. There are so many applications are there right now which are like Splunk, like ClickSense, like W. There are so many applications which are used to show their data in the uh, interesting way, to correct way, or um, the user, the end user must have the good interaction with that, if the user have knowledge of the database or not. But yes, he can see the data in the format he can understand. So for that, the maintaining the data is required. Along with this, whenever we develop something, DML, is required. Like whatever we are manipulating the data, inserting, updating, deleting, or whatever the actions are required, these are designed by or constructed by software developer to show, analyze, or report generation. That work is also interesting one. If someone is interested in GUI, who has a good sense of colors as well as the presentation, along with the domain knowledge for each means whatever the domain the person is working on, the communication media is there, like sports, the healthcare. That also a good platform to know about the data, and the the perception or the view is everyone has the different, but yes, the everyone has their own characteristics to handle the data. The applications of database technology, like the flat files, SQLs, these are the numeric alphanumeric data are used there. There are pictures, videos, audios, like we can say Facebook or so many entertainment sites are there. Then biometric data is there to store, to retrieve. There are different databases which are used for different purpose. There are large databases that I just told you, like there is data warehouse. Right now I'm working on data warehouse. So if any one of you interested in that, please let me know. So I can tell you about it more. Um, as first step, when database is introduced, we need to know the data. Data is like it's not a sentence or is not a like one something. Um the when we write something in paragraphs, it is very difficult us to read in the form of paragraph. But if it is in numeric, alphanumeric values and all in the tabular format, we are understand. Okay, that person, name, class, section, address, marks, rank. It is very easy to understand. Okay, we can compare, we can analyze, we can say less or what is less, what is more, what is who, who is at the top, who is at the bottom. Ascending, descending means we can retrieve the data in the way we want. So data is introduced in the tabular format to understand, to collect the information, to store them, to structure it. That one is a database. When we structure the data, but there are, as per the requirement, as per the software format, in the good way, we can say in the good way, like the storage system. Yes, we are adding the information for the one person or one product in one database. But if there are duplications, if there is usage is in the different way to retrieve the data, so DBMS is come into the picture that time. There are various examples, as I before that also I told you that MS SQL, MySQL, Sybase, DB2, SQLite, Oracle. For IBM also there has some other databases. Yes, uh, there are like file system is also there in the retrieve the data from the file system and then load the data. There might be the files duplications, or in the file there are multiple entries might be there. But so in that way, the storing the data in the files as well as loading them into the database, the data redundancy, inconsistency storing means it comes into the picture that time. There are some rules. The purpose of the database to avoid these scenarios, the duplication, to uh, the interdependent data should be aligned. Access, accessing the data to to whom we have to give the access. It should be in the groups. It should not be like for the one user the specific rights we are giving. It's not a good practice to any DBA. It should be groups. Like yes, the for the developer, the access pattern should be this one. If the tester is there, the access pattern should be this one. Like DBA, of course, DBA has all the rights. Analyst, analyst is there. He should not delete anything from the database. He must have to analyze that data, and if there are some changes are required, they must have to test it or must have to tell to the DBA or to the person who is responsible for take caring of the data. These kind of the rights are given for the access. While when number of people in the organization, there are number of people who are working on the same database. So it might be the accidental thing happen. Like someone is instead of table, instead of using some limitations to the table, if we delete some of the rows, instead of deleting some rows, he delete the table. He is not used the where clause. He is not given any condition to that. That time it is very difficult to means at the time means someone is also analyzing something, someone is testing something, someone is doing some work. It might be the pre-production, post-production, anything it might be. But in this scenario, the person who has the access, that must be the correct one. So it's DBA's responsibility to connect with the correct group to the person so that these things should not become into the pictures. Yes, actually these are the terms which are uh, atomicity of the updates and concurrent access by multiple users. Security problems are there. So all these are mostly controlled by the DBA in this scenario. There are data models. Yes, there are data model is like collection of concept that can be used to describe the structure of the database. Like what is data, what is the type, what is the relationship, what are the constraints. The relationship between two tables, like one table is contain the information about the student, the basic information. One table is contain the information about his academic record. One is personal information, one is academic record, like the student's ID plus his records, like means what is his first semester record, second semester, third semester. These are the records. But this is the university database or the college database, which by which you can analyze what will be the mm there as per the requirement if something is lost by the student. So to again retrieve the data from the database and use that in some scenarios, like someone missed their some data, like instead of data we can say some certificate and like that. So to get the duplicate data from where he get from the university only, to get the data we need the database, but from where it gets, like for the one person it is not stored in the normal format right now. Means yes, you just enter the name and you get the data. There might be the multiple people For that person, there might be some unique identification must be there. The identification might be the photo or his ID, college ID, along with the exam ID. To verify it, after verification only we get the data, means we get the certificate. Yeah. There are types of the data model, like conceptual data. This one is a high level concept, like it is close to the reality. How, whenever we are using uh, the data warehouse is basically based on the conceptual data only, like uh, the relationship between two tables, two databases, getting information, retrieving, and uh, as well as construction means from the basically the in the form of construction only the data model is came, but uh, they build it by looking for the future scope, like what are the requirement need to fulfill in the module. In the module, what are the requirement that should be fulfilled. So based on that, the conceptual data model is there, like the relationship is defined there only, along with the hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay.
Ma'am, that
Yes.
slideshow mode in full screen is not visible to the other end, ma'am.
Oh.
Yeah, can you please check your connection?
mm, okay, I will check. I just stopped my screen share.
Ah, yes, ma'am. F5.
Yes. Yes, database. The we can say the currently the picture in front of you. There are DBMS
Ma'am,
and department.
have you
Two
shared this screen in one single tab or entire screen is shared?
entire screen is shared. What happened, ma'am? Is it yet the same issue?
Ma'am, it's visible, I think. Ma'am, you can pin the presentation.
Yes, ma'am. Visible now.
Okay, thank you. The approach for the database software, like getting the data, and it should be in the format that like data has metadata, like data about data. We can say the metadata. SQL is SQL has their own constructed some parameters, like these are the attributes, these are the rows, what column or what kind of data type should be there. These all the things are defined at the time of creating any table. Whatever the relationship between two tables have, it is defined at the time of creating the table. That um, parent child, or we can say they have some, there are number of keys. We will see that later, but there are relationships are there between two tables to get the data. If we are supposed to retrieve some information from one table and we need to get the information from other table, we use the sets. Like uh, we union them, we get the data, or we plus minus means we can say we subtract it, we add it. Because of the metadata, we know which operation we can do on which type of the database. So data about data. Metadata is very required at the time when you are organizing anything. Means when you are organizing the database, when you are organizing the table, when you are defining it, that time it is required, as well as when we are inserting the data, it allow whatever the types are given, that only. Yes, string is always there. String is always welcome, numbers, alphabet, or anything, whatever is given. But there are restrictions we always give for the if um, front end is like there are numeric value, so it should have limitations. It have digits. It must not contain any alphanumeric value. It should contain only numeric only. So these are the constraints are given in the front end as well as in the back end also. If some special character is entered, that time front end is there are we can use the restrictions at the front end as well as in the back end also we need to restrict them. If data is entering from one table to another table, that time if one string has like email address, but the number of special characters or what should be the format, this is given in the, and what should be the length, what is the maximum length we can define for the email address, or um, if there are some decoded values are there. So in database also we use sometimes decodes and all as per the requirement while developing or while designing the database. These are the departments like invoicing, CRM, GIS. Yes, we can give, I will give you the example of CRM, like CRM like customer relationship management, CRM. In this CRM, what mostly done, the whatever the issues are given, they come into the picture. Who is the person responsible to check the issues? After that, what is the scenario? Where is the issue? What is the action taken area? So it is given to these departments. So there are like, but yes, software is there, there are databases only, but this is divided again. As per the given rights to the person to use, to access the database, these are divided. Elements of the database system. Data models are there. Then schemas, instances, three schema architecture. Actually, schema architecture is there. There are two tier also and three tier also. So we will see that data dictionary is there, DBMS language. These are the elements of the database system. Can we take 2 minutes break? Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Just 2 minutes break, ma'am. Yep. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Ye- Okay. Yes. There are two-tier architecture is also there. Like uh, the application has a client machine and it is connected to the server with one software, or the front end is there and back end is direct the database. Or three-tier architecture, we will see the picture. Like there is user, he entered into that.
Ma'am.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, there is, we can see in this picture, like there is application, there are users, that is that the user is interacted with the application, that is the front end, and the data is stored into the backend, that is the database system. The communication between the application and the database is via network. It might be internet or LAN, anything as per the requirement. And there are like client and server communication is basically on the network only, but there is user and application. There might be the application server is there, and then database. In the when we see for the big organization, there are number of application users. There are number of end users. So the retrieval of the application is more. That time application server is required. Nowadays we can see everyone has their own multiple devices, laptop, tablet, mobile, smartphones, and there are number of applications. So the application it should not be in the application client format. There are different format, like the person who is the client, the person who is uh, has a different role. Instead of client, he might be have different role. Like if you are purchasing something on your online shop, you are a client, but the person who is selling something, that application is the person has a different role, but these are the end users only. Finally, they have they have two different scenarios, but they are working on the same application. There are multiple clients, okay, but they are managing from the one application server. So the application server is there to categorize the clients as well as to maintaining the application in the sync format for the database, and to maintain the communication if there is load on the site. Sometimes some sites get crashed because of the multiple users. So application server is there to maintain all these things. As we can see here, the application resides at the client machine only. That time the two-tier architecture is used. Means if we are developing something, we are testing something. But nowadays that one is also on the three-tier only. It was the time when as a students I learned, that time only I used the two-tier architecture, like the small program to give the demo, to perform the operations. Right now also I think so. You are using the two-tier only. But in the standard format is three-tier architecture, because the client end as well as the communication platform is there, and the application server is used to communicate with the database. The direct communication of the end user to the database is not possible nowadays. Yes, the client machine act as a front end and does not contain any direct database calls. The client end communicates with an application server, usually through a form interface. The application is turned communicate with the database system to access data. The same thing I was explained by using this slide. After that, yes, we can see this is the external view. How database is, it should be the seen by the user. Means the development person is keeping the eye on this view, like what they have to perform, what they have to develop, what they have to see, what they want to see, or what the client's requirement for their view. As we know, what are the things were given or what are the things are required to enter into the database. But the required things for the end user is yes, done, order is done. Whatever the backend system is doing, they don't have any, means they don't require it, they don't want it, or it is not required, it's not their job to do that. So there is mapping, the conceptual level, like we can see this as a business level also, like what should be the performed, what should be the given, what should be the entered. An internal schema, the internal schema, like purely database people working on that. Yes, this is the like database abstraction. What is the required for the end user is view level. The application programs hides details of the data types. They're not required. What they required only, they just required as per their requirement. They don't need to show everything. What are the requirement? Yes, this is the employee we have. For the security purpose, we are not showing some details. If someone is there, like yes, check this is the person is online or not. Okay, check that he is available, not available. He's there. He is from the which department? Who is in the hierarchy? Who is at which level? But yes, we cannot see the employee salary and all. Means these are the things which are not required to for the other people. The salary is only the person who is required. He can access from the other tool by using their own credentials. Logical level. What is the data type is required for which attribute? Attribute are columns actually. Means most of the time we says rows and columns, but when we use uh, in industry, we use attributes. Sometimes yes, the people who don't know about the database, means who are not that much familiar with the database, they work on the business level, they say rows and columns, but we use as a attribute only. So there are the types. The attributes are defined with their types, like here is an example: id, name, department name, salary. These are defined one. So whenever you are using anything, you must have to store the data in the way we have. This is the logical level. If you are adding something in the salary, if you are adding incentive, if you are adding bonus, something, it is the integer. You can add it. At means you are adding bonus to 15% of their salary to them. So you don't need to do it manually for the everyone. You just need to apply for everyone for their salary is 15% as a bonus, or X amount is given, then it is very easy. Give the X amount to everyone because this is an integer. So we can add, manipulate it in the way. if these are the strings are also, there are some string, or we can say uh, alphabet functions are there, means string functions are not alphabet, string functions are there, number of string functions. So we can um, remove uh, white spaces, we can remove uh, special characters, or whatever the data we need, means there are the we need to create some credentials for one application. So the applications has only um, that application has only take four alphabet from the name, to one alphabet from the surname, and one numeric value. So this is a format. So this is applied on the database, that retrieve the data and get it, or last name, initial of the name, and number. If there are number of people have the same name and same surname and the same initial, so number must be the different. But yes, the user must have the ID is created in the same way, like surname, then initial of the name, and number. For some specific, if some application is introduced for some system, like new mm, internal application is launched, so to access it, the credentials are given. For creating the credentials, they use the same technique, like, but that time the data is required, so data is getting from database only. Or if yes, there are very less people, so they can go with the Excel only. Yes, actually there are uh, at the physical level, how the records are stored, means this point was missed by me. At the physical level, how a record is stored in the table format, how it is correlated with that. This all the things are at the physical level. Means physical level is, we can say, for the database people, logical level is for the business people, and view level is for the end users. Means broadly we can categorize that. Uh, till now, if you have any question, please ask. Okay, we will go ahead. Actually, there are number of types of languages. Means there are SQL is defined in various patterns, like data definition language, data manipulation language, like that. Like we say DDL in short form. When we are creating any table, we must have to de define it, like how it looks, or how it should be arranged. There should be the ID, name, department name, and salary. This is constructed. The ID must be the 5 characters only. Name, varchar. Department name, varchar. Salary, numeric. DDL compiler generates a set of table. It is like there is data dictionary is defined, while SQL is in means as SQL has their own instructions, or we can say definitions. No, the keywords are already given in the SQL, like create, table, or create any object we need to create, like view. These are already defined in data dictionary. Dictionary is contain metadata, like data about data, as we already discussed before some time. There are database schemas, but as data definition is there only to define or how to means creating the table is a definition. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, uh, actually, the slides are missing here. Give me some time.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
ma'am. We have 1 o'clock till 1 o'clock time.
okay, okay. Mm, I will cover some other points. Right now, actually, two slides are missed in this. So, okay. We will just cover these points without slide, as there are, when we are defining the table or anything like any object, the SQL has mm, DDL, DML, and DCL. We can say data definition, as we has already seen. DML is data manipulation, and DCL is data control language. And there is actually transaction control is also there. But these are the defined one, like in data dictionary only. These they all are defined. There are keywords also defined, like joins or inner join or outer join. These are also defined. Okay. Uh, we will see for the database administrator, the person who is control over the system is the person who is actually handling the database from the scratch, or means any to analyzing how much space is there, how much free space is required, how much how much time is required to fulfill, means there is 20%, 50% space is already there which is not in used. So how much time it will take, or is there something critical moment, like sometime database get crashed or something like that. So that time DBA come into the picture. He has some responsibilities like schema definition to creating some databases or like that, define the structure, the physical organization modification. If there are some requirement, like if there are some requirements fulfillment for every organization in some certain period of time, like need to add some patches, need to get some maintenance task. There is periodic backup, periodic adding some means analyzing the reports. This is also database administrator work, to get to know what is the space availability, what is the upgradation is required, what are the current states, what is the future requirement to get the fast retrieval of the data, monitoring the jobs, getting the means there are spaces like system space is also there, as it is a database is on the server only. The server might be the Unix or the Windows. Whatever the server we have, the system administrator are also there, but the performance is the database performance, it might be the impacted because of the system. Um, so that time it is also highlighted by the people who are working with means you are improving the database, but your system is not upgraded or your system is not that much strong. So the overview to take care of the database is database administrator's responsibility, like um, grant the access. The user is there, the new joinees are there. So the new joinees access credentials are given to that users, how much, what is the role, what is the group. We can say the assigning the access for the database to the person who is responsible to the work is given by the DBA. As we already discussed, routine maintenance like adding patches. There are number of servers actually. The DBA administrator's job is little bit actually this one is very relaxing job, but when something happens, so it is like day, night or something like that, they never bother. They have to do that. Like if it is in midnight, the system is crashed or the database is crashed, they have to check what is the problem. If some schema has some issue, they have to check, they have to troubleshoot, they have to uh, check the user firstly, then what is the issue, what are the errors, what kind of errors. Like, but there are database administrator is not like one, like SQL, Oracle, Sybase, Golden Gate, lots of. Means there are so many systems, so many databases. There are means in one company there are various departments, various database administrators, there various the people who knows the database is nowadays huge one, means everyone must have to learn, means if you are from the any industry you need to learn. Yes, we can say right now these are the actually trends right now. Database, the bridge. Okay, actually the example is cut here. Okay, I will give the example if it is required. The latest trends of the database products are those. They don't simply, they do not take only one structure. They are working on number of types. Like if some data is coming from SQL, some data is coming from NoSQL, the users are using both kind of database. The end users, they don't have to bother what is going on backend, but yes, the end users need to work on both them, then the products are developed in that way only to access both of them. So that time the bridges, database that bridge, we can say that time the NoSQL and for the SQL, Golden Gate is right now is in the highly recommended one. The database in the cloud platform as a service. For GCP, there are number of services actually there, but software as a service, platform as a service, database as a service. Means there are so many services. Nearly, I think for GCP, I uh, right now we are means in my project we are using 4 to 5 services, but basically there are more than 200 services. As per the requirement, company uses them. As per the requirement, they pay to the Google or Amazon. What is the development ratio is there? What are the means how much you use it? They give that ratio discount. Means from one day, from the day of the month of the first day you are started using one service and you are utilizing that much of data. So the utilization, if it is in concurrent mode, means if you are continuously using the database or some services, some applications over there, that time they are like they give some discount, 30% discount or like that. If you are just taking it, if you are not using it, it is waste. So the level who are using these services and all, these experts are also there. How much is required, who is working, how much is worked, on which day, how much is utilized. It is not like the person's name along with the numbers, it is not displayed. It is displayed in the very convenient format, like in the graph. We can see there are so many options we have right now, like GCP, AWS, or Azure. So many platforms are there for the cloud services. Yes, now third trend is like automated management. For any technology, for the tools to upgrade or to update, we need to uh, get more information in less time or minimize the efforts by the end user or the who is working to maintain the database or who is working to maintain the system, who is working to maintain the service, anything. So it should be with the less efforts. If there are, I will just give you one scenario. If there are 10 servers and every day you need to check, health check for each server manually, definitely it will take time. So instead of that, there should be some application should be there on that server and it should have some assigned task. It may be from the SQL or we can say various softwares are there like for uh, Windows also there are some softwares which are trigger based on time. As these are the servers, these are all always running. These are not shut down. In the everyday, in the task management, if we assign some task to that server at every 6 a.m., the health check for the system should be there. So it check in which the utilization of CPU, the utilization of RAM, hard disk, drives, how much space is required, how much space is left, how much is utilized, so that the all report is generated and end user can see it. So, but every time the all the applications are not ready for the in one go. Okay, there might be some SQL, sorry, some Unix machines, some Windows machine. So automation means that one is just one small example, means which is right now we are using. Like for the health check, check, why to log in into the every server? These are already running, these are working. We are adding one user to check the health check. Instead of that, giving some task to the servers to perform and generate one report, and it come with the mail or in one graph. For if we run one graph, it will shows us XY in the tabular format or in the graph format or in the pie chart, whatever the way we want, the result will come in front of us. But yes, there is very much scope in that automated management. Increase the focus on the security. Yes, the security is not is just it doesn't have any end. Like security is like not like only firewall or it is just because of the credential, or it's nothing like that. It should be protected in the all the ways. What are the privileges given to the someone? What is the hardware is used? How software is used? It should be in the safe way. It should not configured in other ways, like if someone is manipulate the some configuration or without intention, by mistake it was done. So there might be the possibility that it is misused by someone, or by accidentally the data get leaked. So in that way, we need to prevent all these things. So security is a major aspect in every industry, to check, to prevent, to aware the employees. They are also not doing so many things in their intentionally. They do unintentionally. So give the training, acknowledge them, or give them the reminder. These are the guidelines you have to follow. Check this. Make sure there are some policies for every company because of the security reason, intentionally, without intention, if something is happen, so they have to suffer because of, give the reasons, what is the data, what kind of the issues are there, and why it happened. If fishy mails are there, so to avoid them, to limit them, that is the only way to secure network, hardwares, and our softwares too, to avoid them, or to be aware when you are using any new software or anything which is not authorized by the company. So that time all the security issues come into the picture. The big data. Big data is like various time we listen about it. Actually, in colleges also, for the IT students, they mostly interested in the big data. The big data is the ability to process type of the data like semi-structured, unstructured data, as well as structured data. Means all kind of the data is processed. It is referred as a big data. Yes, as we already um, somewhere in some slide I told you, like there is the, as per the requirement they have to develop some softwares. As per the requirement, the end user requirement is always priority when you are going for any new development. So what the end user want, how the end user want, and how we can present it, or how they can get the data without any, or they can get their required output without any uh, understanding issue, or without any complications, in the easy way, we can say. Yes, there is business intelligence also. um, Business intelligence is for every company. There are business intelligence team is there. They are working on, they manage, they take time, or they work on the various data, various forms of the data for various teams. Like if there are some business team is there, they want some kind of the result, management team is there, they need to know what is the revenue is generated in January, in February, and in last 5 years, in each January, how much revenue is generated. In February, how much revenue is generated. In country, in which area it is up and down. So in the graphical format, in the uh, pie chart, in the way they want, or in the way to get understood exactly what is the required to show the team is working the business intelligence. Yes, that is the end only.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your valuable inputs. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time. Thank you, students, for joining here for the session. We will continue with the regular timetable after this lunch break. So, thanks for joining me. See you in as per your regular timetable. See you
Thank
in
you,
your
ma'am.
respective classes. Thank you,
Thank
student.
you
Thank
for
you.
Thank you,
giving
ma'am.
me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, students. Please resume your classes as per your timetable after lunch break.